Star Trek Prodigy. Here we are, episode 9, the finale of this season 1, part 1, basically. Next week is actually the actual finale, which I really like how Paramount Plus airs these Star Trek shows. That's the first thing I want to compliment here. Is, you know, we don't get the seasons all at once. They air weekly, and then each season airs a certain amount of episodes, goes on a break, and is replaced with a different Star Trek show that airs. So, after this show wraps up next week, Discovery comes back. Then after Discovery wraps up, we're going to get Picard, and then Picard Season 2 is going to air a certain amount of episodes and take a break, then we're going to get a different Star Trek show. And it's kind of going to be like that, and that's really cool. It really works out because, to be honest, Paramount Plus does not have the greatest library of original shows right now. Once starting this year, you can tell that they're really going to beef that up. We have a Halo TV show trailer dropping this Sunday that's supposed to come out later this year. So we know all those details, things like that, about other series coming out. But, you know, the way they air the Star Trek stuff is perfect. It's very similar to how Disney Plus does the Star Wars and Marvel content, except, you know, you get more episodes and there's more breaks in between, making sure that, you know, while the shows go on hiatus for a little bit, like normal network TV shows, it allows them to start working on the next seasons of these other shows and get them out quicker. You know, we don't have huge gaps like in between most Netflix shows, and it really helps out that. So, yeah, I'm excited to see where season 2 of this show goes, but let's start with this episode. So, in this episode, the crew gets a message from the Diviner that if they don't return the protostar to him soon, he is going to kill all the miners that were on the planet that they were all originally imprisoned on. And they're all like, shit, we gotta go back. But they're also like, it's a hopeless situation. We can't really trust him. And so they're kind of just debating what they do. They all get on these Starfleet uniforms. And they all go to this planet to come up with a plan. Because they all realize they're betting against other people's lives. They can't necessarily just not deal with this, you know. Someone is going to die if they don't do what they're going to do. And so, you know, and I like their explanation for why they don't contact the Federation. Because they understand that if they go to contact the Federation, it will require them to go to them. So, but to go to the Federation would mean that the miners could be dead before they ever get to them in time. So, for them, they're like, it doesn't make sense to go to the Federation, which is a good explanation. So that's a good element of the story. So and I really like the moment when they all come out in Starfleet uniforms. It's a really cool moment because they really realized after last week's episode they work really good as a team, and now they're working together to, you know, save innocent lives. And as Jamie puts it, there's nothing more Starfleet than you know, going into a hopeless situation to save possible lives, basically. And that's a beautiful moment. They all go to this planet, and they realize that the Diviner screwed them over, right? Because his plan was to get them there and free all the miners. But he's also taking their ship, so how are they going to get off? Sure, they'll be free, but they'll be free on the planet they were imprisoned on, right? Kind of a plan that's kind of something that doesn't have much thought put into it. You know what I mean? Like, that's really dumb. So while they're here on this planet, that Gwen realizes she has to go with her father on the ship. He clearly has more information that he's not giving her, and she wants to know that information, so she goes with him. And, you know, but it turns out this was all part of their plan. They get a ship, but he actually, guess what? The Diviner actually wants to kill them and not give them a ship, so he tries to kill them, and they are successfully able to make themselves safe enough to where they're able to figure out a plan of what they're going to do next. But we don't know what's going to happen with Gwen or where the Diviner's headed. He keeps saying he's going to reveal stuff, and I think we're going to get some big explanations in next week's episode. Just, it was really damn irritating watching this episode and him being like, the only thing that's the problem here is me not telling him the truth. Or telling her the truth sooner or whatever. You're just sitting there like, tell her, because we the audience want to know so bad. But I guess that's just part of a good show, you know. You don't want to know everything right away, but it also makes you annoyed when you can't have all the answers. But you're not mad enough that you're dropping the show. Excuse me. You're still engaged in the show and you're still excited what happens next. So, very good show. Very much excited for next week's finale. Just so good.